Hi there and welcome to this video series on the Django web framework. In this particular series we're going to focus on just doing the official tutorial, from nothing at all to finishing the tutorial. We're going to not do the advanced tutorials, it's just the main tutorial. Today we're just going to give you a walkthrough of what we're going to do and what's available for Django. So what you can see on the screen is excuse me, the Django documentation, and this is the homepage of the documentation. If you just click documentation at the top, and there's a lot to Django. You've got you've got how it's organized, the models, the views, templates, everything you could possibly need is pretty much in the documentation. Most of the time when I'm helping someone with Django, it's go read the documentation. Here's the page in the documentation. Rarely is it actually a Stack Overflow post, or sometimes it is, but most of the time it's here's something in the documentation. For those that are completely new to Django, Django is what's known as an MVC program framework. It's written in Python. MVC means Model View Controller. Models in Django are models. The view in Django is called templates, and the controllers is called views. So it's actually an MTV framework, but it functions in exactly the same way. It has, there's a lot to Django, and I'm obviously not going to cover all of it in this tutorial series, but hopefully it will just give you a really good grasp of which aspects of Django you should be reaching for when you start a new project. So the next, if I just click into the overview, and again we'll walk through this. You've got the model, so models access the database. You've got a world-class migration system to handle changes to the database. Rarely are you going to write SQL to actually write your migrations. It's going to be generated for you with two simple commands to begin with. Then you've got an ORM to query the database, and there's a lot you can do there. Again, rarely am I reaching for raw SQL, which is possible, but rarely am I doing that. You've got another great feature of Django is the admin interface. It's a CRUD interface to create update models, and just to view what's going on in your database, and you get it for free. It's a great place just to start off with. You can design your URLs however you like and put inputs like customizable parameters in them that are part of the URL. You've got your views, which are very simple. They're just Python functions or Python classes. We'll get to that. You've got HTML templates. Doesn't look quite like HTML, but it's you've got the templating and different blocks. We'll get to that. And it's got a whole template inheritance, so you're not writing the same thing over and over again. And as it says here, that's just the surface. There's caching, there is a syndication framework. What else to it? There's a whole authentication system, which we'll dive into after this tutorial series. There is a lot to Django. And if it's not in the core, you're going to find something out there in the third-party ecosystem. For example, with APIs, there's Django Rust Framework, there's Django Ninja. Whew, that's a bit of a tongue twister. So there's a lot there, and we'll head over to not getting started. I've gone back. Django at a glance, and we'll go over to the quick install guide. This will be where I'll pick up next video, but I just wanted to finish out by saying, probably, who am I? Why would you follow my video? I'm a professional software engineer. I've been doing Django for 10 plus years, and I am very active in the Django Discord. I'm one of the moderators, Nano Republica, and I run my own freelance business, Software Crafts. So that's me in a nutshell. And with that, let's move on to installing Python.